We completed the sanding. I completed the sanding of the boat, hull and deck, a day or so ago. And today, my friend Sandy Suppressi came over, and the two of us put on the water-resistant linear polymer urethane on the boat. And it's really remarkable stuff. The boat looks great. We still have the deck to do. But Sandy rolled the material on, and I followed up with and tipped it all to get bubbles and lines and everything out. This stuff is a two-part system. It's much harder than a much harder finish than Spar Varnish, and it goes on so easy. We did 4 coats in 2 hours. Every half hour we could put on a new coat. And it's dry already an hour later after the last coat, and it looks really pretty nice. I'll let you have a look. Really looks great. Next thing is to do the decks. And I'll look at it after this dries a little bit. Well, Sandy and I just finished the deck. We've got 5 coats of the water-resistant linear polyurethane on in a little more than 2.5 hours. We started at 8:30. We were done by 11, and the boat looks really good. I'll let you take a look at it, and then maybe give you a couple of clues as to how to use this material. Here's the boat. Used a foam roller, which you can see in one of the other videos. This type of foam roller, and we used foam brushes, usually a little narrower than this one. And Sandy rolled the material on in short sections because it dries very quickly, and then I tip brushed it to take the bubbles out. Now the nice thing is that you get lots of bubbles with the roller, which lets you know where you've applied the new work. And then you can, with the tip of the brush, you can take those out very easily. And it works best if you start out. It works best if you start outside of where you've just put the material, and then brush up into the area that you've already where you've already put material. And you have to be not afraid to put some pressure on the brush, like so. So the key again is rolling the material on in small batches, and then tipping it out while your helper goes to and does another section. You're tipping it out, he's doing another section, you do that, he comes over and does another, rolls out another section, and so forth. And this seems to work really well. On the bottom, because it's so much more, there's so much more surface to cover, we would do half. We'd go down half a piece, tip it out, another piece, and so forth, and then do the other side of the boat. We reduced the linear polymer urethane by about 20%. So the instructions say, add 20% water up to, and we added up to, and put your hardener in the water, mix it up, and then put it in the polymer, and then mix it. So that's what we did. The stuff dries quickly. Our temperature here has been between 75 and 85 degrees, and the humidity has been between 60 and 75%. So really kind of ideal situation for applying the material. Also, as you're working with it and it's taking long time to get things done, you can add a little bit more water, not much, just a little bit more water to thin it out a little bit more and get it to lay flat. The stuff is just great the way it relaxes and then flattens out and doesn't leave brush marks. I can see that it could be a problem if you're doing a really big boat, that you might get lines, but on a boat the size of this one, it's great. And I've got the whole boat done in probably 6 hours of work, whereas if I was using Spar Varnish, it would take me 6 days, 7 days, 8 days to get the work done.